Hello! And welcome to Rolling Escapades Season 2, Episode 7, Part 1, the series in which 9 dudes get together, play Dungeons & Dragons, have fun, and put it on the internet. Or in the case of today, 7 dudes. We laugh, we joke, and the party help random NPCs achieve unknown goals.
Don't worry, they're friendly.
They were, yeah. They didn't kill you, they didn't attack you, all they did is help.
Yeah. They won't turn up again.
They were friendly, they might not be good.
Friendly.
Yeah.
Fine, you have a way of contacting them once a day. They have a way of contacting you once a day. Everything's fine.
So gonna get called saying I have a person hostage. If you don't want them to die, do this for me.
Maybe, you don't know. Our sponsor is Destai.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's sort.
Awesome
Pretty sure
maker
he's
of
seen
chainmail and macrame awesomeness, such as key rings and dice bags and rings and necklaces and bracelets, and that's cool. That's the chainmail stuff. We don't have examples of the macrame, I don't think. Do we have a macrame? We don't have macrame yet. At some point we'll get some. That's also cool. It's paracord, colourful stuff tied together, and it's pretty. Links in the description. Go click, look at, buy, enjoy, not endure. That's not the right word there.
Good job, Luke.
Yeah, whatever. You'll also find links to our artist, Christopher Rolls. He's made some awesome, sexy character art for us, and has also got DM skills products such as Izzy's slightly used airships and other things like that. So go look at them, buy them. Keep an eye on his stuff. He does really good stuff, and he sort of semi-regularly puts out new things. So that's cool. Go look at the Patreon, because we need more people on our Patreon, because, you know, we're awesome. And why wouldn't you want to give us money? Which, that sounds really bad putting it that way, does go back into improving production. It doesn't just go straight to us. There's not enough of it. But yes, so do that. You get early access to videos, that's cool. Go check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We have a Twitch where we sort of semi-regularly sometimes stream, twitch.tv/FURN Gaming. And we have a monthly podcast, which you can find at podbean.furngaming.com and over on iTunes, called the FURNcast. You can also catch that live on the third Sunday of every month. Apart from this month, April, it will be the fourth Sunday this month, because we are going to the midnight release of Avengers Endgame, and we are going to talk about that on the podcast. It's just going to be a 2.5 hour bleh about Avengers. Which, if you're going, if you're also going to the midnight release, good fucking job getting those fucking tickets.
How many people were trying?
I think
Five
there were
of us?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 of
I
us.
won. I got there first.
I got there first.
No, I got the
webs-
tickets first. Is what I meant.
Well, yeah, I got to the place to buy the tickets first, and then the website kept dying on me.
I'm glad
I actually get the problem where I try to go through and I got to get added another seat to my thing. I was like, no, I don't want another seat.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
I
so
had that problem
funny.
as well.
Hear
Yes.
more about this on our FURNcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so annoying. But we have tickets finally. 4 different people with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different screens. 7 different tabs attempting to get in. But it eventually worked.
Nerds
We were
will
keeping
have-
tabs on them.
Yeah. And the website 503'd, which is fucking amazing. So I went to another website to see if I could find it there, and that one 503'd as well.
It's
So
following you, man.
It's how many people were trying to get on there to actually.
shit tons of ridiculous amount of
Considering it's a
Hear more about this on our FURNcast.
people. We're going to talk about the actual film. Right.
We'll talk about this.
Rob is away somewhere. I actually don't know where Rob is, and Andrew is at a gaming convention.
Baby shower, I believe. Not Andrew.
Rob's. Oh, yeah, that might be. Yes,
Oh God! Press F
A
to
gaming
pay
convention
respects.
baby shower.
Yeah, baby shower gaming convention.
Rob
No,
was,
they're
Rob was
completely
going
different.
to meet one of his friends whose girlfriend, wife, fiance is having a kid.
Yeah, what?
And he's the male support.
Oh,
Oh god.
press F to pay
Sure.
respects. Sometimes you're going to get in front of people.
There you go.
Yes.
Rob's at a baby shower. Andrew's at a gaming convention thing. I assume Resd.
I assume roast.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't have them today. Obviously, they're not here. So the Errant Guard. You have been investigating the disappearance of an acolyte of Palor and an elf travelling into the town of Grassbury. You followed the trail through various bits of information passed on from townsfolk, tracks left behind, bits of webbing and whatnot, and found yourself caught in a battle with invisible spiders. Eventually you were able to slay the queen and the spiders within the nest, but 5 of the 8 members were left unconscious on the ground. The remaining standing members, Shamshir, Darek and Icarus, over time pulled the unconscious bodies of their allies out, as well as the 3 kids that come to collect and the elf, and thoroughly investigated the nest to find a whole bunch of fun and funky items. Trying to work out a way to transport the people back to town, they heard a voice shout out to them from the forest. A human male with strangely mottled skin and no hair appeared before them, and using magic helped transport the unconscious people back to town and to the Temple of Palor. After some help from the head priestess Kara, the rest of the party was woken up, and you made plans to wait for the elf to awaken before heading out back towards Jofriem. You rest up, recovering from the fight and enjoying a well-earned drink. And then the next day, some people ran errands around town. Darek and Throndraek headed up to the fortress, and Throndraek received his training. Eldoran used his lay on hands to remove the remnants of the poison.
I lost my the
Yeah, you're no longer exhausted. Yeah.
But John didn't.
But John is still tired.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I had an espresso.
True.
Same as like 4 hours sleep, right?
But yeah, so Eldoran used his lay on hands and was able to remove the last remaining amounts of venom within the elf's body, and they woke up, confirming that he was Iron, the elf that you were looking for. And that he needed to travel back to town quickly, because he doesn't know how much time he has. You set about selling off your wagon and collecting horses, and set off towards Jofriem.
Did we actually manage to sell the wagon?
Yes, that was part of the reduced price.
Oh, okay.
Flexing it.
Yeah.
Fair
Basically.
enough.
Or flogging it.
I'm not wrong.
We can
We would
commission
like
another wagon.
3 horses,
Yeah.
but can we
Just
oh.
commandeer one.
Oh,
I want that.
Become highwayman.
that's great.
I need your wagon, madam.
I need healing.
Oh,
So, just bear with as I just quickly open up the character sheets that I actually need to have open. That one.
God, someone
That one. There we go.
Wait,
So,
throw it to me immediately.
for clarification, because I don't think I was very clear last time, you guys have been travelling for about 4 hours since leaving Grassbury. You've been travelling at quite a fast pace, pushing the horses as far as they can go.
Yeah, we only had 4 hours of light, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
The sun has just set, and
That was the
you,
run of the thundering
as a group,
bubble.
are able to. You start feeling sort of the wariness of travelling within a saddle, and the fact that you've been awake for a day, starting to set in. From what I remember, you guys are planning to ride through the night at a walking pace.
With some sleeping in the saddle and off.
Yes, essentially doing a watch system.
Others taking the sleeping people's reins. And
Yeah, and leaving.
Yeah,
for
you ride in pairs and you tie
Yeah,
the
yeah.
reins off on there. And that's the job.
Yeah. Yes.
And every time they go to fall off, it's like, ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
So, cool. So that is your plan. What I'd like to do is find out who is sleeping and when. Iron has said he's sleeping through the middle of the night. So he's sleeping the middle 4 hours because he reckons he can go for another couple, but he's fucking exhausted and he wants to sleep.
I'll do switching out with Darek.
Does my thing happen? Has my thing already happened?
Oh yeah. Anything you've gained from hitting level 6 has occurred as of that moment in time. So
Right.
Throndrake's eyes are indeed yellow and eagle-like.
Oh, nice.
What's the weather like?
That
No
is a
big.
good
It just suddenly
question.
his eyes just go.
Well,
I'm
I'm
assuming
I blink, and they're now just equal.
I'm assuming at this point most people aren't looking at the
Yeah.
other rider's eyes; they're looking at.
No one's noticed yet, apart from me, where I've gone.
Everything is easier. You can
Yeah, we're like, hold on a second.
So, weather, it's cloudy, it's fairly chilly, and there's a very gentle breeze.
Are we going to say the two not here on one watch together?
Up to you
I'm
guys.
doing that with Darek.
Well, I figured I'd take a
I'll
later
do it,
watch,
Darek.
considering I got
I mean,
Place in the dark.
So
I'll
there's
do
there's
Oh, he can see, because he can see, he has the...
yeah. So in terms of what you've got Iron, who will be awake for the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours, and you've got Shade and Aegis, who are elves and only sleep for 4 hours. So for some watches, in fact, I think actually for every watch you can have 3 people conscious.
Yeah. At least an elf, Ion's gonna be awake for the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if one of you do the beginning, one of you does the end, then there's always an elf on watch.
Yeah.
I'll do the end watch.
Yep.
So I'll go sleeping straight away early. Yes.
Does that work for you, or do you want to do the end watch as well?
Well, I'll be asleep for the end watch, hopefully. Well, wait, when?
Yeah, so you
Depends
wanna
when we end.
So are you sleeping for the first 4 hours? Do
We're going
you want to
through
sleep first 4 hours or sleep second 4 hours?
Basically, I'll be awake during the middle of the night.
So that's 4.
So
So it'll
you're
be
going
the
to sleep
first
now.
4, right? I think.
So
Ish.
Because what's the time now?
So the time right now is 8 o'clock.
So yeah, you're
Right.
going to sleep now, and you're going to do the second watch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be awake midnight onwards.
Yes.
So that means you're sleeping. You're
That's-
awake
yeah.
now, sleeping later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So first 2 hours you've got Iron, you've got Aegis, and who else?
I will.
Cool.
Oh,
Alright.
I am actually going to cast Mage Armor on myself
Fair enough.
because we're not sure.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to go to sleep, it's actually lasts 8 hours. It's not concentration. It will still be there when I wake up.
Yep. Yes, it will.
Perfect opportunity.
Good shout.
So I'm like, I might as well. So
Yeah.
Cool.
That's exactly what that's.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I can do it on everyone else as well.
Nice self-cast.
Yeah, it's a self-cast.
I think it's,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's self-cast.
still.
It'd be so strong.
I do just
Mass
wanna-
cast.
Yeah. It's like, oh, so
Double
guys, we're going to
check,
a party of
yeah.
No, it's a
sorcerers
touch.
and warlocks.
Touch a willing creature. I can use it on
Oh.
anyone.
Eh?
Mage Armor is touch. I can just go like that and give someone else.
Touch? I always
Yeah.
thought Mage Armor was self.
Oh.
Damn. Well, you could burn all your spell slots and give
I
everyone.
would
would
do
do
that.
But then it's ineffective for basically.
For most people, it won't be useful,
Everyone.
but some people
Yeah.
might find it. Might
No.
be
Does anyone have less than 13 AC?
It's basically just you
Oh.
and potentially
And
Icarus.
plus Dex.
Plus Dex.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Anyone have
You,
less than
you,
like 15.
I don't want that spell on me. I would lose 5 AC.
Yeah, I have 19 AC.
I would
Were you in
lose.
medium armor or light armor?
I have no armor. I'm armored.
13 minus.
Oh,
I
no,
get
sorry,
Dex and
I lose 2
Wisdom
AC.
for my bonus.
I lose
13,
8.
okay.
Well, it's 13 minus 2.
Okay. So first watch,
Rather
Iron,
than 19.
Aegis, Eldoran. Second
I'm not
watch,
wearing any armor at all.
Aegis,
Monks don't.
I can actually give him Mage Armor.
Icarus,
Pointless.
He does.
Oh,
He
it
gets
takes me to
his
18.
Oh, yeah.
AC.
Oh, okay.
and
yours goes
who else?
One of the
Wisdom.
elves. Oh, that was Aegis, wasn't it?
Yeah. So Darek wants to do third watch. So one of you 3.
I was going to do third as well.
Okay. Cool. Parr's third.
What's
not
Darek's
fast.
armor class?
He's wearing armor.
What level armor though?
Oh,
Because my Mage Armor might actually be better than what he's wearing.
probably, but he will definitely want to stay in his armor.
Alright.
I'll do it.
Cool. So
Yeah,
we've
I
got
boost my armor anyway.
you're on,
I have one scroll slot down.
and then Shamshi, you're doing watch number 4.
Sure.
Cool.
Apparently there's some wolves out.
There are some wolves out hunting right now. They're making very strange sounds for wolves, but they
Yeah.
are out hunting.
Doing a shit job at hunting, apparently.
Yeah.
They're calling to each other. They're harrying. them.
Yes.
Yeah, so 3 people to watch.
But it's a small
Everyone's
wolf.
doing 1 watch.
Very small.
Okay, cool. So,
No, it's certainly not the alpha.
first
The brightest.
wolf, watch. In the
Yeah.
loosest sense of the term.
Yeah, I think it's just, yeah.
Awake while
Yeah.
riding.
Okay, so let's have Aegis and Eldoran make perception checks, and then we'll discuss whatever you guys are actually doing on your watch. I am very
Okay.
tired and not
Well,
very
that's better than yours.
Yeah.
Perception.
Is this dim light?
Yes, it would be because there is a full moon.
Disadvantage then. Because I'm human.
For you, yeah.
What do I think?
Do you know what?
It was
No,
half
I do,
that
I just
number.
don't know. I was like, what is it?
It rolled off a
Very
2
strong
so I'm alright
reaction,
with
like,
I
that.
thought that was a 1.
Error's good.
So that's an 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 1,
I don't
so I
like
got
the brown
5.
You got 5.
Honestly.
Okay, cool.
I just don't know what it is. It's disgusting.
So no.
I don't eat the green one.
Always eat
Iron
green
does
one.
rate at double digits, but he's not very wary of that. As a group, you are not entirely with it.
No.
I think, understandably, you've just been riding for 4 hours really hard. It's exhausting riding that long in a
It's been
saddle.
a bit of a whirlwind of a day.
Yeah. Cool. So, you guys don't spot anything on your watch, fortunately. Well, you don't spot anything, but fortunately, nothing happens. Is there anything you guys want to do during that time?
I will try and engage Ion in conversation.
Okay.
So I will sort of just, because we're just walking, so I'm just going to sort
Yeah.
of bring myself up to his offside, the one who's not got
Yeah.
someone tied off to him.
Yes. Are you?
I'm assuming we
You're- I'm
just
assu-
paired
you're-
up with people
you-
that are awake in one column and the people that are asleep tied to them.
1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3.
There's 10.
There's 10 people. Yeah.
So it's just.
So there will.
Isn't that nice?
Sorry, 9 people. There are 9 people. So you probably
Also,
yeah.
someone's got 2 ties.
Everyone will have 2 ties.
Yeah,
That's
3, 6, 9.
Yeah. Yeah. My thought is if you've used rope and you're going single file.
Oh, I was thinking.
I thought we were tying the bridles
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
horses to
Side by side tie the.
one to each other to make it a train of 3.
You can do that either way. You can either do side by side or straight line.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Either way,
work.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had it in a different way in my head, which is why I was confused.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. So you ride up next to Iron. He's just
Going along.
going along. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, up close. He obviously he's had a bit of a rough couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
When he woke up, he looked drained.
Mm-hmm.
Like he looked sickly and ill. He started doing some exercises and whatnot, and he took a rest. He's looking a lot better than he was, but he's definitely stiff.
I'm actually going to pass him a potion, so he's got one just in case.
He refuses that and
Okay.
says, "Don't worry, I've got some."
Oh, okay. So we didn't actually search him, did we?
No,
But then
he did not.
if he'd have woken up searched, he might have been a bit more.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly what.
How would you know if you've been searched after being knocked out by spiders?
Because stuff will be missing.
By
Yeah.
spiders?
Yeah, to be fair.
He
Like-
doesn't know it was spiders.
He
He immediately
might
tried
not.
to
He
dive
did-
off the chair. He's apparently. Well,
Yeah, to be fair,
It's true.
you make a good point. He wouldn't know, but
Well,
also
yeah.
he wouldn't have his stuff and he wouldn't know what the fuck was going on. He'd still assume some sort of ill intent. Even if it
Yeah.
was.
Well, potentially, but yeah.
I mean, he doesn't know
His
who
stuff
it
wasn't fucked
Yeah.
with, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, he is he's still travelling, but he's probably the most tired you have seen an elf in a very long time. You know, give or take maybe 6 or so years when the war was still going on, it would be like his 48 hours without sleep sort of thing. It's sort of he's not quite that level, but it's not far off.
he looks like he's been through a battle.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So you ride up next to him. He sort of inclines his head, but doesn't really say anything.
Yeah.
He acknowledges that you were there.
Yeah. Okay. I know your messages are for the council, but I can't pass the opportunity to ask a remembering elf a few questions. If you would do me the honour.
You can ask. Doesn't mean I'll answer.
That is fair. How old are you?
Last I counted, 360-ish.
You don't look a day past
I'm also listening to this, by the way.
Yeah.
70.
As I said, where I am currently, time is different.
I would like to learn more about that, but now is probably not the time. Ironically.
Did I work out where he was talking about in character?
Nope.
Okay.
When I introduce you, what is your title?
I don't actually have a title.
How would you like to be introduced then?
Iron.
Very well. Okay.
With my name.
Yep.
My name is what people use. I am Norley. Norley.
Did we know his?
Yeah, you knew his full
We
name.
did.
I just can
That
never
is the
remember.
first time you've confirmed his full name, though.
Yeah.
It's a good thing his full name is indeed right.
Otherwise, knifed him.
It's just, oh shit, we picked up the wrong iron. The fuck are the chances?
Turn it around, boys.
Everyone up! Let's go!
What? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Whip the horses all the way back. Jeez.
Can we have our wagon back?
Fuck this. Where's that caravan escort job?
How is it that they are able to make you forget so far away?
I don't know. I don't understand magic. I'm not a magic. I'm not much of a magic user. I have the standard ability that a high elf would have.
How long did the war last? Just
Oh, sorry, no,
He was
not
a wood
elf.
elf,
Wood elf.
wasn't he?
Wood elf.
Oh.
Yeah, wood elf.
How long does How long did the war actually last? I can't remember.
It lasted.
5 years?
50. I
More
can't.
than that.
No, it was not. It was about 10 years. The actual war lasted about 10 years.
It was 5 years ago that it ended.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
You're coming up to the 5-year date.
Yes.
My entire thing was I was wondering how long how much of the elven culture I'd have known before the war, because I'd have still been
None.
none of the culture
No.
at all.
You don't remember?
No, I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
location is what I thought.
No, you don't.
No, you don't remember.
anything.
You
Like
will
anything.
find out what you don't remember as you ask me questions about what you do and don't remember. You don't remember.
I don't know any of the elven culture. Oh, that's going to end well.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking I was going to ask him about elven culture that I might have missed while they've been gone, but I'm going to find out. I don't remember any elven
Yep.
culture.
You know some of the like ancient elven history, as it were. So anything you've read in like Mordecai and Tome of Foes about the elves, that information is there. But like, yeah, you don't know.
Oh, I'm actually going to ask him questions about that then. Just while we're travelling,
Yep.
I'll just get general information on the culture,
Okay.
because I'd assume I have, because it would have been ingrained in my person's personality. So even if he doesn't
you
know the
probably-
culture,
yeah,
he
yeah.
still acts as if
You won't know what it is you're supposed to be doing, but there's you. However, I forgot how old you are, but that many years.
115. I would have been 100 when the war started,
Yeah.
which is barely an adult.
You just turned an adult when the war started. Hey, fun times.
Adult army dead.
Yeah, I didn't die.
But
Welcome to the elven.
yes, yes. I don't know. I don't understand the magic. I've got no intention of trying to understand it.
Okay, very well. Are there others that were like you wishing to leave?
There were.
Did they come with you?
I'm here because they helped me get here.
I hope we can honour their sacrifice.
I'm actually going to ask, how did you get here?
I travelled.
But how? If it's in a place that's difficult to get to, how did you actually try? Did you just travel? Did you need magic to do it, or did you just?
I needed some magic. It's activated from the other side,
So it's portal.
in essence.
Okay.
My friends kept it open so I could get through. It closed behind me. I probably don't have any friends anymore.
Why take such a big risk?
Because it's the only way to get out.
Is life that bad there?
No, but not all of us are against you. But at the time, as a race, we made poor decisions. Some of us found it hard to face that shame, so we went to hide. Some of you stayed behind, you and your companion.
I'm not
Yeah, which some of us didn't have the strength to do, so we hid. And then those in charge said, "This is where we are, and you cannot leave."
Do you know if the the rest of the elves are considering war on the people who are still here, or
They
just
wanted-
content to stay?
If they'd wanted to have a war, they'd have continued when the peace treaty was signed. They know they don't have the numbers to take on the humans and the halflings and the dwarves, and there's even less of them now.
So you said time travelled strangely, so it could have been many generations could pass in a very short time here.
Potentially.
In Elven lore, because I can't remember too much about it.
Bloody hell.
I have notes.
Jeez.
And I'm actually going to do this when he's actually paying attention out there. I'm going to swap to Sylvan.
Okay, cool.
Damn.
Swap
The one I don't speak.
to Sylvan.
Why don't you
And ask
speak in
him
Elvish?
what you know. I'm going to ask him that various things that appeared in the dream I had in my intro.
Yeah.
If you, because then I don't have to speak out, and these guys get even more confused.
That's fair. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, you can go through. You can
We're
go
going to
through
get pretty confused in a second.
the dreams. It doesn't mean anything to him. As he said, when you first woke up, you asked him about
Remembrance.
about losing control over your dreams, and he said you're too young to be having your remembrance.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. It's not something he knows.
Yeah, that was in general. Now I was asking specifically if this is a symbol for something in culture.
No, not that he knows of. Though as you're talking to him, you get the sense that he's smartish, but he's definitely not the smartest person. It's more that he's aware.
Okay. Yeah, it's just in case there was something in there that I didn't know.
Yeah, nothing that he can tell you about.
I'm sure I'll ask about general elven culture then.
Okay, he'll chat, sort of talk
Unless you
about
have any questions. you
elven
want.
culture.
I was just going to say, when he says, I don't think I have any friends anymore, I'm going to say, well, I hope maybe we can be friends.
We shall see.
Fuck you.
He just says under his breath, friends only again.
Or maybe more.
Okay. Any further questions from you two? We're all good. Cool. So yes, your 2-hour watch passes without incident. Everything is fine. Eldoran goes to sleep. Iron goes to sleep, and you guys wake up. Icarus and Throndraek.
Perception.
Perception
I'll
checks.
do another perception check now.
Yeah, it's another watch.
Okay.
No.
A little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay. Icarus got 4.
Good.
13.
13.
Got 10 in total this time.
Okay.
I did better.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
Going in the right
We're
direction.
in the
Um,
wolves.
No, they've shut up now.
I know. Yes, because they're
And are you guys any conversations happening, or is everything all good?
I'm not sparking any conversation.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm actually going to ask him about what he learned in his blacksmithing. So what did you learn from the priests up there?
Adamantine
Oh, nice.
and mithril.
Takes a very skilled smith to do that. Well done.
Well, I still need the tools.
Yeah.
I'll make them at some
They
point.
can only be made by their own material, can't they?
Yes.
Or possibly magic, but.
Well, I now know the process.
Okay, that's good. Looks like you might be able to help some of the more heavily armed members of our group eventually.
That's the plan. Obviously, I don't need it, but
Well, you can get a nice axe.
potentially. My axe is good enough for now.
Fair enough. And yeah, there's not a whole lot more to do. I might talk to.
What is on this watch?
I might try.
Icarus.
I might have asked Icarus about what it's like to be a wild magic sorcerer as opposed to.
He indicates his hair, which in the last couple of days has gone from short to very long.
Has it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. His hair grows at a very accelerated rate.
Well, that's good when you
Okay.
can like turn it into like
Random
So
shit.
none of us have noticed this, but it's just gone.
I mean, it hasn't had attention brought to it yet, but yes, his hair grows at an accelerated rate. Yeah.
So from like bald to this in a week.
Yeah, sort of thing.
Ow.
Yeah, it's ridiculously quick.
Damn.
Well, if nothing else, if we're
Wish I
trapped for
had
too
those.
long, we could make a nice
To make a
road.
road.
Wow.
Just stop building it as it grows and just keep
Make
going.
a shit ton of money donating it for wigs.
Cool.
So that's the,
Yep.
Wow.
yeah, then that's it.
Yeah, that's his main thing. Just the hair is like this.
Yeah.
This.
I'm also going to suggest that he puts his mage armor on, by the way. Before he, well, yeah, because
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right one. Sure, he'll cast mage armor because he might as well. Done.
yeah, it's one of those
Okay.
things that you might as well if you kind of set your last 8 hours regardless. So.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay. So, your guys' watch travel happens, nothing occurs, fortunately.
Hey, 13's not bad.
Yeah.
It was not great, but
And then you wake up, Shade,
both times.
Shade, Darek, and Parr.
Almost better than you.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
watch.
Which, Shade, you have technically now finished the long rest.
Hey.
Anything you use now.
Yes, anything used now is used.
That's a long rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for the elven thing. Actually, you do your 2 hours, do a watch, and then 2 hours for your meditation.
Can't.
Has to be 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay,
4 hours straight.
that's
Yeah.
good.
That's the drawback.
Yeah. Oh, I'm still gonna get woken up.
So you guys make perception checks.
Alright.
Oh, tease.
Again.
What number is that?
Oh, that's a good number. That's a really
just
good
saw
number.
I was just like, I can't.
He sees everything.
Have you rolled for Darek?
Yeah.
24.
24. Awesome.
What did Darek get?
8.
Oh, good.
Oh.
12.
Hey! Wow then.
The people I'm rolling for today have rolled 4, 4, 5 so far.
Hey.
It
that's
rolled
a great
off a
thing.
20 onto an 8.
Oh well.
Let's hope everyone else rolls like that when you're
Okay.
rolling for them.
Yes.
So
Oh, jeez.
you guys
I stopped dying.
are riding through. Are you guys talking about anything? All good? No, you guys are riding in silence. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, unless someone
Good.
talks to me, I'm not
Yeah,
going to
that's cool.
spark
That's
up
fine.
conversation.
So you guys are
I just wanted to
sort of riding, sort of side by side. Actually, are you doing 3 in a line? Like
You should triangle it.
you could triangle it if you want to triangle
What?
it. Sure.
I don't know.
It is actually. I do actually think about.
I figured we'd do a column of 3 by 3.
Okay.
So, ergo, Bretonian formation.
Cool. So leaders
Like
are in the front, and then they've got 3 horses tied. 2
Yeah,
horses
so
tied to
tied
the
either
back.
side.
Mm-hmm.
Tied either side.
Yeah, so we're in the middle. The
Right.
awake ones are in the middle.
Okay. Cool. I just want to know.
That's our column formation.
Wait, so we're.
I thought it was doing
So we've got 2
kind of
each.
3. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got lines, someone with 2
Pe-
either
people
side,
awake
someone
and
with
then
2 either side, and someone
people
with 2 either
asleep.
side.
Yeah.
Awake,
Yeah.
asleep, asleep.
Cool, yeah, that's what I
Awake,
was
asleep,
picturing.
asleep.
That's what I was,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Column
but
A
it's
column.
right.
So that's how
yeah.
you're doing your travel.
Yeah,
You're
okay,
doing
that-
3.
yeah, yeah, that's what I was picturing. I
That's
just wanted
how
to clarify.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So basically, your guys' conversation was essentially like over your shoulder and talking forward
Yes.
and whatnot. Okay. So, you guys are about 5 minutes into your watch
Great.
Wolves.
Let's see.
when you hear
You see
behind you, Parr, because you're riding in formation. I'm going to assume you're at the front, and I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're at the back, and
Yeah.
Darek's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
You hear ripping sounds, some gasps of pain, and then something that sounds almost like stretching. Parr, you turn around, and Darek turns around, and you see, sitting on Shade's horse, a large humanoid tiger,
Oh, good. There's a Rakshasa.
which looks at you, lets out a low growl before jumping off the back of the horse and running off into the darkness.
Does this wake anyone?
Nope.
Nice.
Did you know that was there?
It was him that ran off.
Shade is no
I'm not
longer
there.
there.
Oh, you fucked up. Okay, I thought you meant it was a tiger behind him then.
Oh no! You look. Shade is not there.
So the tiger appears on Shade's horse, and then they both
Humanoid tiger.
A humanoid
Yeah.
tiger appears on Shade. If they turn around, there's a humanoid tiger sitting in Shade's saddle, holding the reins, and then it growls at them and jumps off and runs off into the darkness on all fours.
Was
Oh,
was
right,
it dressed
okay,
in his
cool.
clothing?
No.
It was.
Oh, I was going to assume the ripping sound was ripping his clothing
I'm
apart.
able to just rip it apart, but maybe it wouldn't all fall off.
Interesting.
Okay, Darek, tell me you saw that as well, right?
Yes.
What in the nine hells was that?
9 health. Definitely. 9 health.
I mean, do we keep going? Do we stop and look for him? Like, what the...
You keep going.
How did the horse react?
It wasn't there long enough for the horse to react. Also, the horse is very tired.
Horse is also
Actually-
in complete
it's actually a bit
pack-animal
like,
bird formation. It's like,
There's nothing on my back anymore. I felt a lot more lively. I don't know. We could carry on.
I don't like either option. We stop and we walk into some sort of ambush, or we keep going and lose a guard member.
I mean, it might follow.
Let's go with that as a theory, and I'm going to continue to look behind me for the next like 2 minutes to see if anything's following.
Okay. You're looking back. You can't see anything. He properly just vanished off. Once he left the it was really quick. He left the 60 foot of light you have and off into the moonlight darkness, and then was just gone.
Okay. I will then say to Darek, and between you and me, when everyone else wakes up, we did look for him, right?
Yes.
Because they're going to be pissed otherwise. Good.
So you guys keep riding?
Yep.
Cool.
Despite the
Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
There's no backwards. There's not backwards.
Yeah, sure. We didn't see though.
Yep.
But still.
Okay. So about an hour later, as you guys kept riding forwards, you hear pounding sounds as if something running hard across the ground, and you turn to look.
I'm gonna take out a hand axe and get it ready to throw as a turn.
Okay. You watch as this large humanoid tiger comes bounding up behind the horse and just jumps on back of the horse. There is blood around its mouth, and there are, as it jumps up, you see there is blood around its claws. And as it lands, you watch as you again hear the strange stretching sounds. You're watching the form diminish.
Yep. Back into a wood elf of some description.
Yeah, the claws retract. The face goes from being a tiger face and retracts back, and you are looking at Shade, who is looking back at you. Shade is awake. Shade, I would like you to make a just a straight intelligence check for me, please.
16.
16. Okay. You remember, you woke up for your watch, and you were riding along, and then you saw a shift in sort of colours and smells similar to what's happened previously. Everything took this very strange grey-scale.
Can't picture what's the shape.
Yep, you're not really seeing shapes. Apart from this, red glow somewhere behind you in the distance. And you have the desire to run and find out what that red glow is. And you did, and you know what happened there.
Yeah.
But this time it doesn't burn you.
Oh, that's good.
You ate someone, didn't you?
Okay.
He ate a baby.
It's still cloudy, isn't it?
Yes.
So I can't happen to see how much moon is visible right now.
It's a full moon.
It's
We
a- it
saw
is a
the
full
full
moon.
We saw the moon.
It is a full moon.
Okay then.
Yeah. But yeah. Then you
Shoot the
remember
werewolf.
running back, and you know, after the red, it was just shapeless blobs again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you pounced, and now you are just looking at Darek and Parr, who are looking a little bit strangely at you. And there's a very
And armed.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a very strong metallic taste in your mouth.
I'm going to stop the convoy
Okay.
as I'm in the lead,
Yeah.
and I'm going to get off, and I'm going to walk all the way to the back
Mhm.
and just look up and go, "Explain yourself, right now. The fuck was that?
Do any of us wake up?
You
from this?
turned into a strange animal. You left for like, how long was
An
he gone
hour.
for? An hour, and now you randomly come back.
Are you
don't know.
whispering this?
No, about that volume. So if you wake up, I'm sorry, not sorry. Axe still in hand.
Have I got my Xanathars?
No clue.
I think it's 15.
Hmm?
I think it's 15.
Yeah. So yeah, no one's waking up.
remember that at all. Ever
Because
before.
with the disadvantage, no one has a high
So as far
level
as you're
shade.
concerned, you've just been here the whole time.
Mm. No. That's never happened.
You sure about that? This is not the first time we've experienced you having nighttime wanderings. Only this time was fucking dangerous.
It's a bit blurry. Grey.
Grey.
Mm.
Darek says, you might want to wash your mouth and your hands.
We're going to get out something black.
I will at the very least offer you a water skin to get rid of
that. Which, the blood is still. You're looking.
Is it
It's
fresh?
definitely blood. It's still wet.
Is this a human blood?
That's the question.
I
I'm
was
going
gonna
to take a bit.
Yeah, I want to, like, it's still, probably still in my mouth though.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
probably still taste it, but I'm like,
You can taste it.
Can I tell what creature made this
make
blood?
a
yeah, what is it?
make a nature check.
Jesus.
I
Oh,
think.
hello. 18.
18. Cool.
No, fuck no. Three.
What was that?
3.
3. Yeah.
Doesn't matter
Um,
to me, I just eat the shit.
It's not human. It's not. It's not human blood.
Nor like dwarf or elf.
No, it's not humanoid blood.
Right.
It sort of maybe like a boar, something like that. Some random wild beast. That was
Okay.
hunted and eaten.
Well, the good news is I don't think you're a cannibal.
Oh, that's good.
Whatever the hell you did, some poor beast of burden is pretty fucking mangled back there.
So do I remember running off?
Yeah, because you remember chasing after the red
That is
glow.
that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't remember beasts. It was a glow.
A glow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no glow there. It's
Pretty
black.
fucking dark back there.
I saw it.
And only you.
Mm-hmm.
Darek says, well, at least he didn't kill the horses. So,
Practical as ever.
You know? I mean, I've experienced you do 2 nighttime wanderings at this point. Were these the only 2, or has this happened to you before?
The only 2 I remember, Liam?
yep, there are 2 that you are aware of.
Only 2.
Which,
Interesting.
because I know he'll do this.
Insight check.
To cock it, yeah.
Oh.
Just make a charisma save, just as a point of interest. Actually, I don't
Oh.
think.
Oh, that was a nat 20.
Oh.
but it is -2.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't
18.
actually. You can't actually beat his roll.
Oh no!
he got a 22. I was like, huh? You got minus. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I tried my best. I
yeah.
literally tried my best.
Yeah, you did the best you could. So, yeah, Darek says, yeah, that's what he remembers.
Do I remember? Did that hurt at all?
No, that didn't. You did not take damage from that.
So I didn't feel any pain while that was happening. You would have felt.
Yeah, yeah. When you first started seeing shadowy forms, you felt pain. Yes, and then you felt pain again after you remembered bouncing through the air. And then we're looking at the thing. There's still like this dull ache.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, ache a bit.
Yeah. It's like you went to the gym a couple of days ago and didn't stretch afterwards, and you're just there like, oh, it's all painful and see stuff.
That's weird.
Well,
keep this quiet.
Did anyone else wake up?
Nope.
My little type. No, good.
I've got some questions when we head back.
it's a surprisingly high DC. And everyone's disadvantaged when asleep. The only person who can be woken up from conversation is Shade. Because everyone else drops below the DC with a disadvantage.
Well, I think we don't have to go and look for you, I guess. And then I'm going to walk round. I'm going to go walk around and start the convoy again.
Okay. Darek just... Are you okay?
Bit of pain.
Expected.
Taste of
Okay.
metallic blood.
Wash your mouth out.
Yeah, he has.
Cool.
I
Yeah.
gave him the water.
Yeah. Okay, cool. The rest of your watch passes without
Is
much
uneventful.
So then Darek and Parr go to sleep. Iron wakes back up and you wake Shamshir up. Is any information passed on? No? Cool. No. Cool, so.
Oh boy, time for an uneventful nighttime, I hope.
Yeah, I might just like. Please don't happen again, please.
Okay. So let's have you two make perception checks, and Iron will make another perception check. There we go. Iron's a bit more with it
What's
now.
the light condition like at the moment?
It's dim light within. Well, it's dim light because of the full moon. For the most part, I mean it's cloudy. It's not like overcast. So you do not have dark vision. So yours is disadvantage.
Shamshir plus 10.
Yeah.
18.
It's a multiple of Shamshir.
So 18.
21.
21, you got 20 something. He's apparently with it now.
He's had a sleep.
Yeah. He's just like, oh yeah, right.
Entire spine just goes.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite.
He grows like a foot. Yeah, just like I am better.
Okay. Cool. Your watch is again uneventful.
Who in total is awake during this watch? Is it just us three?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's only 3 at a time.
okay.
You're left with the two wood elves that don't speak.
I can just. Shamshir will carry on the conversation on his own with himself, to himself. Oh, it sure is quiet here tonight. Yes, I agree. Sort of just
I'm happy to talk.
good thing I've got my two riding buddies with me.
It's like,
Just like moments of silence, no reply. Like,
Oh god.
are you alright? Talking to yourself.
oh, the other one, he speaks. Yes, he does, Shamshir.
You're gonna gain a madness of some
Oh, mate. Fucking Caesar complex over here.
Gain another.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Apart from Shamshir talking to himself,
yeah.
anything else going to go on?
You're
Not
lost.
whilst everyone's asleep.
Iron.
It's pointless.
Where did you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you
Shut
go
up.
Nah, Joe.
Bounce that shit.
I came from where the elves went to.
Can you share that?
I'm going to share it with the council. When they decide that you are to know the information, then you will know the information.
Fair. Can we ever get there?
Assuming we're going in the right direction, because I have no idea where I am.
No. From where you came from.
Oh. Potentially.
Would they allow us back?
No. But as I said to your friends, there are some who don't want to be stuck there.
Oh,
Some like me. Less now, but with people on both sides, maybe there's a way to bring it back together. That's what I'm hoping anyway. That's what my friends were hoping.
they didn't come with you.
No,
Why?
they had to keep the portal open.
Oh. Shame.
It's a worthy cause.
Don't see many of us.
No, well, I do, but
Well,
I
yeah.
did. But, yes.
What are you good at?
He sort of looks down at the two scimitars on his hip.
Fancy sparring at some time?
Sure.
6 charisma meets 6 charisma.
Yeah.
They want to. They want to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Gingerly touched tips.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That is exactly what I'm doing behind the box and dice. Yeah.
Ferociously cross swords.
Yes. That.
All the while Love Gun by Kiss is playing.
Hit sticks against sticks.
Brokeback Mountain. We are on horses.
Yeah. Get the whipping stick.
It's okay, Shamshir. Nobody cares where you came from. It doesn't matter, Shamshir. He doesn't talk much anyway.
You might want to get yourself checked out. You're talking to yourself.
Oh, you're trying to talk to us again, Shamshir. It doesn't matter, my best buddy. We'll just carry on our conversation.
It's Gollum, but
I love you.
weirder.
But weirder. Okay.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, somehow weirder.
Okay.
He starts calling us filthies.
At least I have my precious.
Oh.
Stone, like.
What, daggers?
Hand out your pants.
So the 2 hours pass without incident. Morning comes.
Okay.
Everyone wakes up. Finished a long rest. And what is the plan from here? Stop and eat, or ride and eat?
I would say stop and eat so the horse can take a short break.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, if we can find somewhere with like
And
a
a
stream.
stream or river so they can.
Yeah,
I'll say sure. Easy enough to find somewhere with a little small stream that you can
yeah. So they can drink and we can refresh our
water skin.
water skin.
Yeah. Cool. It gives you time
We
to
can
pray
also-
if you want to pray,
I
or
would like to
swap
pray.
your spells and whatnot.
I'll be silently praying to myself. Fuck.
I guess whilst Darek's preparing tea, and there's probably going to be a grouping of people eating rations and or tea and or
Mhm.
praying.
I actually,
I'm gonna eat quickly, and then ask Parr if he wants to spar.
Fair.
I am going to remember to
Do I
work
get to use
something
the
out.
shield?
Is I'm going to ask him, ask Ian, how did he
Oh, you want to spar
hear of,
weapons?
of the Sissy
No,
at the council and
I'll
such?
adjust my shield.
Bear with. I'll do this first.
Sure. Great, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay.
You punch, I block.
Yeah.
No, it's
you
fine.
guys, yeah, it's just a friendly spar.
Pong, pong, pong.
That's fine. You spend some
Oh.
stuff.
Boxing.
How he heard about Jofriem?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause if they need a, yeah.
We have means,
Divination magic.
amongst other
I
things.
might full up punching the shield.
I assume you're going to be taking those to the council as well.
Yes.
Break your hand on it.
I was able to. Wasn't just me. There's a fair few people
Yes,
wanting
you
to
mentioned
leave.
because some were helping you. So
Yes.
There must be more.
You only need to get some rumours. I'm not the first.
Oh, I've not heard of any others. So.
Fix it.
I'm the most successful so far.
When you're
Then.
at the mountain.
Are you sure you won't share any information? It could be very useful just in case. I can't. I won't tell anyone this unless something happens to you, in which case.
I've been told to pass it on to the council directly. You have been sent by the council, but quite frankly, I don't know who you are and I don't trust you.
It's
Whilst,
just
whilst you don't know what information I am bringing, I am slightly safer if you are working against me.
acceptable reasoning. Okay.
Probably marginally, but
Yeah.
marginal goes a long way when I'm in a place I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
I'll accept that reasoning rather than continue to try and persuade him.
How ripped are my clothes, by the way?
Interestingly, not very.
But there are some.
There are some at the sleeves.
Yeah.
There are some, there's some ripping.
Mm-hmm.
But the vast majority of your clothes are not actually torn.
Oh,
Which
okay.
I did meant to point out to Parr last night, but I forgot to mention it.
Right, yeah.
His clothes are strangely unripped,
Okay. Yeah.
considering he tripled in size.
Yes.
I swapped out Compelled Jewel for Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, shit.
2 minutes.
Has the weather changed at all in the new day?
Hang on, we go to the new day. I advance this forward a day. Can I
I'll
go?
comment on how. Oh, Shade, we'll have to get you some new robes when we get back to town. Those spiders have done a job on those cuffs.
Yep. Spiders.
Spiders.
Yes. There's a couple of clouds, not very cloudy. It's still chilly.
So it's a brighter day than it was.
It's a brighter day, yeah.
Excellent.
There's still a breeze, but it's a much lower, gentler breeze.
I didn't realise there was a breeze. I missed that bit.
Yeah, it was a very gentle breeze. It's a low breeze today. It's a gentle breeze the day before. If you want really descriptive, hang on.
No, that's fine.
Wind felt on face, leaves rustle, and veins move.
I
So
was
it's
waiting for
it's
you to
blowing
do
towards us.
precipitation amount and wind direction and the temperature feels like.
Wind direction
Yeah,
is northwest.
Yeah.
We're travelling
Hey!
west.
Right, got it!
We're
like-
the meteorology
I was
department.
about to say.
How
DM
fuck
become a
we are.
meteorologist apparently.
It gives me this information. It's super useful. It's about 4 to 7 miles per hour. It's about 1.7 degrees Celsius.
Ooh,
That's
chilly.
quite cold.
Yeah. I said it
Okay.
was cold.
That's quite cool.
That's fine.
I was thinking like 7 degrees.
I got furs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's early spring and it is early spring morning.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very early because after your 8 hours of rest, you've got up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
After you've taken a stop for
Yeah.
food and whatnot. It's 5 a.m. The sun isn't up yet.
Yeah, we're gonna break from this drinking stop when the
Yes.
sun comes up.
That will mean you're sitting around for 4 hours.
Oh god,
nah.
Yeah. It's,
Oh
it's,
god, yeah, it's the middle of
Yeah.
No, not middle of fuck, no.
Yeah, I assume you take your break and then you get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
we
we
let
all-
the horses rest a little bit.
Yeah. Before we all head off, if you want to take a quick seat, I've got something to show you. And I'll pull out of the bag the little sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Well, you saw it before, right? We showed everyone the items we found.
You all
in the
briefly
spider
showed.
cave.
Yeah, in the
briefly.
temple.
What were the
Oh,
items again?
that thing from that.
They're in a list. I'll show
Yeah.
you later.
There's a list of things.
With
Which I
this sending
I took the
stone,
dice.
I tried it out back in the town, and do you remember how we told you a mage helped us carry you all back?
Briefly.
Yeah, the one from town.
Yeah, except it turned out he wasn't from town at all.
Right.
Yes,
That
mentioned-
mage.
Yeah, the priestess said she didn't know. She didn't.
Okay.
Well, I used the sending stone yesterday morning, and he was on the other end of it.
Oh.
Interesting.
Didn't you? Okay, you found it on the party of adventurers.
Yes,
Fallen to the spiders. I
the
guess.
dead adventurers in the spider cave.
So
Okay,
was he
but-
their sole survivor?
But you said that he was just going for a walk. He didn't know there were spiders.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Whilst I didn't manage to get a whole conversation in with him through a sending stone, he did reply that he found what he was looking for, and that if we ever needed help, we could message him. Although he seems very suspect. and does not really seem like a good source to rely upon.
Maybe we
That's
should
mildly worrying.
see if we can find out more information quietly.
Did he give his
about who he
name?
is.
No, I don't think he gave another name that I would believe in.
He gave a name, but
We
no
did
more
not.
may well have been a
reasons.
fake one.
People did not incite it.
People did, but they failed.
failed.
Over the name.
Yeah, Darek,
Most people were unconscious at the
they-
Darek
time.
yeah,
wanted
they-
to, but he didn't.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise. I didn't realise they'd done
It
it with
was,
the name
it was
as well.
name and where he was from.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
He did claim that he found what he was looking for, which is oddly sinister.
Hmm.
He did help us out of that. I don't think we could have carried you all back to town without his assistance, but
I think we should be wary of him in the future. Then.
I'm
either-
sorry. Well. Yeah, sorry I was unconscious. I would have liked to have seen a party of adventurers on floating wheelbarrows.
Well, it freaked the villagers out somewhat. But did
I can
who
imagine.
knows?
Okay. That's mildly worrying, but there's not a lot we can
We
do
could
about
think
it.
about it as we ride, but
Yeah.
what should we do with this stone? Should we keep it? Should we
Keep it in that
destroy
special
it?
bag of yours.
Hold on to it, but
Yes,
Is there any way you can track us through that stone?
it's an object.
I'm looking at the spellcasters.
maybe.
It's an object. It can always be used to
Yeah,
find some.
I'll go in the special bag.
I'd say he probably can, yes.
Yeah, I mean, spellcasters make an Arcana check. Anyone who has, in fact, to be fair, any of you can make an Arcana check for this if you want.
That's terrible.
Nah.
I'm just gonna check something.
16.
7.
That's cool. I do just do. You can make that check with advantage.
Solid. That's a 20.
Cool.
Thank you. That's 21.
Oh, so can you actually,
Right.
Shamshir. You also
Yeah,
can
looks
make
like
a check.
locate objects.
Yes.
I suppose I already kind of know there's a spell that exists.
Yes. So, yeah, there's locate object
And
the
then there's
spell.
another one. Oh.
Yeah, certain divination magics.
Yeah, the locate object does have a limitation because you have to be within 1,000 feet.
I thought it could also be used for like divine. If you've seen an object, you can look for it.
Might be a different spell.
Not locate object.
No.
Okay. I was just saying in
There's,
general.
there is another spell.
Yes.
Mm.
Which
That's
actually,
fine.
what was your total?
21.
21.
8.
8.
As I said, I
It's
got
fine.
16.
My first one was 6.
That
I was like,
advantage was very helpful.
Mm.
then.
Hella yes. It was like,
Yeah. Which I'm not sure if this locate object you could do. This gets funky. Oh, not a crying. That's not what I put there. Weirdly, that's not a spell.
make it one.
What was that? A crying. Oh.
Play some emo music. Done.
What was your first roll for the purpose of this spell? Lower than 21, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So you know of
Yeah, cool.
locate
Nothing
object. Yeah. And there are divination magics that can be used to track objects, but you can also there are divination objects spells that you can use to track people that you've met.
Yeah.
So if he wants to track you, there's not much you can do about it.
I say that shit.
With some like locate object, if it's in a bag of holding, can it still be found, or is it not taken?
It's not on that plane.
So
It's
yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's not within 1,000 feet of him.
That's
so
what I
it
was
can't be
wondering.
found. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Locate object
It's a
doesn't
different
work.
plane of
across-
existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
It's like a demi-plane.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
If it was just in your bag, you could find it.
That.
Because it's not actually on this plane, it can't be found by local object. But there are divination magics that cross planes.
Okay.
So yeah, but if he wants to track you guys, he has seen all of you. He has the ability to track you, stone or no stone.
And also, we're gonna not be very quiet, I suspect, in general. So we're probably gonna be pretty easy to find for the barrel.
Point of interest, because you mentioned him maybe being part of that adventuring party. If you've got ascending stone, it's a bit weird if you carry both pairs.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I
did.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. As you've said it, people would think about it. It actually would be very strange if a venturing party carried both sides of a sending stone.
Yeah, you're right.
Which would imply he gave them the sending stone, or they gave him the sending stone.
And then he used it to find them.
So he might have sent them there in the first place to do whatever.
Why did he follow them?
He was pretty
Because they
eager
were
to
already
fireball
dead.
the cave.
They were late.
He did what?
He helped to destroy the spider's nest.
With a fireball?
Used a fireball, yes.
Good gods above, he was powerful, okay.
Well, I mean, also maintaining 4 floating discs to move you all around is quite a magical feat in itself. And did I mention he was invisible?
I can do all of that. I could potentially have done all of that at this point.
Can't fight them.
I could have.
But could you do them all in
Oh,
one
yeah,
day
but
without
yes.
rest in between? 4 discs,
Floating
a
disc is
fireball
level
and
one.
invisibility?
Yeah, four floating.
Level 1.
Yeah, 4 floating discs.
Yeah, it's not a concentration spell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
no.
cast it. Yeah, you can just cast it 4 times with 4 level 1. But
I could do that.
You-
really
you-
difficult.
you could do it, but it would use a lot of your resources to
Don't
do
you
so.
only have like 6 spell slots?
Oh, I thought
I've got 10.
1, 2, 3, 4,
you'd have 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
That's the best way to look at it when you think of it. It's just as a normal thing. Because you're a sorcerer, you innately know these spells.
Mhm.
So technically, you wouldn't have been able to do it. You wouldn't have, because
I
you
could-
don't innately
yeah.
have that
Yeah.
spell. If you're a wizard, then
Yeah.
yes, you would learn it and do it. But just saying,
Yeah,
as a
as a-
sorcerer, you don't
I could have potentially
choose.
have had it.
You're meant to innately get them. You choose them as a player, but the
Yeah,
sorcerer.
yeah,
I said potentially I could have had it.
Yeah.
But yes, so yeah, you could do it,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't willy-nilly be like,
No.
I'll just throw out 4
Yeah.
first level
Yeah.
spells,
Not at all.
a 2nd level spell and a 3rd level spell because I can.
Because fuck it.
Whereas this guy apparently gave no shits.
Yeah.
Very worrying.
And then he also left the temple and disappeared. So he then went and cast another spell afterwards, giving no shits.
Yes,
So it probably has quite a lot more.
I think it's wise to keep it in that
Whether
bag.
we should keep it full stop, I'm not
Well,
doing that.
at least for now, in that bag is for the best. We'll think on it each and convene after we've met with the council again. But for now, I think we should write.
Yes.
Tell them about him. See if they know.
Yes.
Recognise
Okay,
him.
before we go, you were so eager to punch my shield, I didn't ask about this beforehand, but what the fuck has happened to your eyes?
Oh yeah,
They've completely
Oh,
changed.
no, I didn't
notice that right.
I
surprisingly clear right now.
Yeah.
I hadn't even no. What
I guess I noticed the change, but
you
was I aware that they had changed?
You probably weren't aware your eyes themselves changed. You just suddenly became aware that things were surprisingly clear.
Yes, they've gone really like amber across. It's kind of strange.
Almost like a bird.
Yes.
Actually, now you say that, yeah, exactly like a bird.
Avian.
You've got bird eyes. Why have you got bird eyes?
I mean,
Are you part Kenku? I wouldn't know what that is actually.
Also,
I wouldn't
also
say
those
that.
eyes would be black.
Yeah.
I mean, this happened to some people in the tribe that I came from.
Huh.
I guess the totem spirit I follow has blessed me further.
Fair enough. I'd just get up and go.
I would accept that
I'm
as a
a-
reasonable
I'm a
response.
fucking
Okay.
paladin.
That's cool.
That crazy shit's crazy shit.
Okay then.
Cool.
Does it do anything or is it just cosmetic?
Well, I can see a lot further than you guys.
How much a lot further?
He
I'll
looks-
explain when we're on the road.
I think you're at the
Aye.
front.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 While we're on the road, I'm gonna like point something out that
A
no
mile
one will be
away,
able to see,
yeah.
and
Oh, there's a
and then when we get to it,
Spider.
I'll be like,
And we'll just be like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. he'll
Bee's
point
nest
out
up there.
It
details.
just
and then when
describes it completely, yeah.
Yeah. So he'll point out details, and you guys get within 100 feet, and then you guys are able to see those same details. But he saw it a mile.
Well, that'll be handy.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Does this is out of game. For that stacking, does it at half a mile? Does it say if it was 50 feet away?
Yes, I have decided that. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, technically
Because-
the book says you can see up to a mile,
Yeah.
but
because
My brain would die.
yes, if
Yeah, that's
if it was
It's a
at
focusing thing.
a mile
Yeah.
away, you focus, it becomes 100 feet. If you flick off slightly further than a mile away, that instant focus is going to destroy your eyesight immediately.
Yeah. Oh, is it going to be like it scales as it gets further away?
Yeah, it
so up to
scales.
about 60 feet, no, even then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
60
say
feet is
it's-
normally, and then
it's-
it's hot.
Yeah, it
I will-
scales as it gets further away.
It does what it needs to make sense.
It's not like if there's something there, he's looking really close. He can still focus his eyes normally. It's
Okay,
just that
cool.
he can focus
It's like
them
you've got
out.
you can option.
So 100 feet, you can see if it's 50 feet. Or
So,
no.
Well,
Yeah, it's,
he can. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
I
not
mean,
fair
I'll
enough.
also say before we leave, yeah, the totem spirit I follow is the eagle.
Well, that would explain the bird eyes.
It explains the bird eyes.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're going to be slightly cross-eyed from now on?
as time goes on, if I'm blessed further, I may gain more features.
Is one
So
of them
maybe
flight?
in the future.
There were some powerful members of my tribe that could fly, yes.
Feathers.
Awesome. Are you going to
They
turn
have
into a
feathers?
giant eagle?
They might have had like some of the hair may have taken on the appearance of feathers as opposed to actually been
Yeah,
feathers.
like just
but-
thicker hair, yeah.
yeah.
Icarus, were you a member of his bird tribe as well?
I don't think
very
everyone
confused.
just laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that laugh was in character.
Yeah.
So we're now travelling.
Yes. I just point out, Darek did make tea.
Yeah, obviously.
He made tea and he took as long as he could to drink it, but only takes an hour. He
So
also
say eventually we're just going to get annoyed and pick up the whole
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
and put
yeah.
it on the horse.
he also does some writing in his notebook, as he's done before.
That's Darek.
And as for your question with turning into a bird, I can't do that, but I can summon my bird spirit later on.
Oh,
Interesting.
Andy.
if it allows me.
Okay. So, do you guys get up and start riding? Again, I remember you're planning to sort of ride hard today, to an extent. You don't want to canter for the full day because you'll kill your horses.
Yeah.
So what my thoughts are, you're doing a sort of,
Trot.
Yeah.
well, canter for like an hour or so, and then
Slow.
trot gallop for like 2-3 hours, and then canter 2-3 hours, and so on and so forth
Okay. Yeah.
for 8 hours, which will get you a large chunk of the way.
And then break for lunch.
Yeah, well, yeah, break,
I'll be
break
at
at
the
some
front.
point. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things.
And about 8 hours would be lunch, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, technically, you can ride longer than 8 hours if you want, because you're not the guys suffering the
Yeah.
potential
Yeah.
exhaustion. Your horses are.
Yeah.
We're taking a break anyway, just because
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
in case we need to run at any point to actually do it.
so, yeah.
Do we need to make watches whilst we ride the 6 shot?
If you guys, you're fine. You're just running through the day. It's not. It's going to be hard for anything to sneak up on you
Yeah.
because you're riding across mostly open ground. And my thought process is right now, as you're trying to get there quickly, is if there's forests and stuff, you'll veer around them so you can maintain the pace on a horse.
Yeah.
Because horses need to walk or trot slowly through forests,
Are we
All
taking
the-
the same route we took?
more or less. Yeah.
So we do actually know roughly what we're going to hit.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So that we know not to go try and go around this forest. It takes 3 times as long as it would just walk through a small gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
It also means you can stay far enough away from the forest edges that are not directly in your path that if there's anything hiding there, it
Yeah,
can't
they can't
jump
be
you.
used as an ambush.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, so you ride for the day. You come to the evening. Again, I believe your plan was to rest fully for the night and
Yeah.
then properly push on next night.
Yeah.
So you will arrive at midnight. So the end of the 21st, the start of the 22nd. What I'm just going to do very quickly is make a few horsey checks
Horsey check.
Uh-oh.
because the horses are tired. They're
Roll
just not
to neigh.
as tired as they could have been.
If you fail, it's a...
Actually, I'll do this one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Okay. Cool. Let me do that one. That one. That one. Cool. That one.
Dice.
And that
That's
one.
the dice rolling.
Okay. So interestingly enough, the only 2 horses that are sort of tired are Elderans and Parrs.
Excellent.
Funny that!
The heavy ones.
That's fine.
So, good job, Dice.
Good job, Dice, and good job. I'm going to change a spell.
And the horse that was the least tired was Darek's.
Thank you, Dice God.
Did he roll on that 20?
No, he rolled a 17.
He's lost it.
Even his Dice is lucky.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so your two's horses do gain a point of exhaustion, but
I'm up.
doesn't affect pace, just gives you them a disadvantage on ability checks, and you're about to sleep, so they're going to get a decent night's rest.
Centurion is a tank of a horse, he's fine.
You named it horse.
Fuck yeah!
Excuse me. Okay. So you rest. The night passes without incident. I don't care about watches.
Sure.
Yeah, it's all good. Nothing happens.
Bit wary.
Yeah.
Because during my watch I'm looking at you as well as anything else.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm probably
yeah.
looking at myself too, going.
There is another night of a full moon because it is a 30-day cycle. So there are 2 full moon nights, but it doesn't have an effect on you on this night
Okay.
because normally there's only 1 night of full moon. So it's a bit weird if you get hit by it twice. That's really harsh.
Yeah. Though, consistent with the curse.
Yeah, but yeah,
That
cool.
word is not intent.
So yeah, you guys rest up the night, finish another long rest, and then you get up for, I'm going to assume, just dawn for ease.
Yeah.
We come to the 21st. 21st, a couple of clouds, very light breeze, about 1 to 3 miles per hour. Wind direction would be shown by smoke, but wind vanes won't move from a northwesterly direction still.
Cool.
I'm impressed.
I love this weather report we're
Yeah,
getting every
great.
morning.
It's
So good.
such a good.
I
For
love
anyone-
the daily weather forecast.
Yeah, anyone who wants to have a calendar, fantasycalendar.com is fucking amazing.
It's awful
so
on phones,
fucking good.
but
Yeah, it's awful on phones, but
Sorry.
it's such a good website.
If I'd have used my ability to redirect the wind,
Uh-huh.
would it have sped us up at all?
No.
No.
no, it wasn't.
No, it's
We're
not
not in a
strong.
boat,
not
bruh.
like a head.
No, it's 67 miles an hour. But
That's no.
Sails involved.
Or hot air balloon.
No, but like enough of it would.
Oh no, if
cause
wind's
something.
blowing against you, then if you change it to going the other way,
It would
It's,
have been
it's
nominal.
not. It's not
It's not
enough
enough of a
to
wind.
be holding you
Yeah.
back. If it's just strong enough that it's you can
moving
feel
grass
it,
and stuff.
and it's moving wind vanes. It's not a very strong wind.
yeah, that's why I wasn't sure. It's just
It doesn't have enough of an effect.
yeah.
Yes.
Do I want to do a thing? I'm not sure if I want to do a thing.
Yes, you want to do the thing.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
What? Take 10 minutes to remove my armour and put on my studded leather armour instead, in the vague hope that it's going to keep the horse better.
I mean, after you rest, the horse is fine.
Yeah, but I don't want to risk another.
This is the night
Exhaustion
we should
point.
arrive tonight.
You're going to arrive tonight.
Oh, no,
You're going to have to
It's
arrive.
fine. I'm going to spend 10
We're
minutes
going to be
doing
pushing the
something that
horses
isn't
quite
that.
hard. So
Yeah.
Hey.
So my understanding is
Hey.
you guys are driving the horses at some pace today,
yeah.
so you can make it by midnight. So you have done a 4-day journey in 2.5 days instead.
in the morning, the horses are looking fine, so we can
Yeah.
push them really hard.
Yeah.
Does
today.
Jofriem usually have like the gates closed during the night?
Yes.
At night the gates are closed,
Yeah.
yeah, but
there's
there's guards. There are guards on post.
Do we have our own entrance in, or is there? Like,
No, it's just
okay.
it's main gate entrance.
I think we just ride up and hail. If anyone's
Yes,
got a wall.
they shut the gates just so they know who's coming in and out.
I'll just
I was
say, I'll just be
thinking I
like,
might put a dancing
Jim's on
lights on
guard.
others. I might put a beach dancing lights on others so they know to be ready.
Right, Jeff.
The gates have got we'll
deal with that when we get
there. Okay, so you ride through the day. Yes.
We get up. I cast Find Steed.
Fair enough.
That's why I'm going to spend 10 minutes doing something.
Fair.
I'm casting Find Steed.
Awesome.
Okay then.
So Eldoran over breakfast again
Yep.
spends 10 minutes casting a spell. What are you summoning? I assume a warhorse.
Yeah, that's the plan. But we are in the middle of nowhere, so I will completely to you.
You summon a spirit.
Yeah, but I mean, it is DM discretion.
Nope.
So
you
if you want
appear in an occupied space, the range of the sea takes on a form that you choose.
Oh, cool, awesome.
So I assume you
Yes,
don't.
warhorse.
I assume you don't want a pony.
No,
You
I don't
don't,
think
you don't want a camel. You don't want
Choose
to
a camel.
Don't want
Shamshir will
L.
love you.
I can just change it.
Yeah, and I'm
Camels are quicker.
definitely going to assume you don't want a mastiff because you can't ride that one.
No, we
Derek could.
Put Derek on it.
You'll get a warhorse,
Yes.
which is better than a riding horse.
In
It's a
literally
tougher
every
creature.
In
way.
literally every
Yeah.
respect.
Apart from speed, they're the same speed.
Yeah.
They're both 60 foot.
Yeah.
But a
Just
warhorse
more
is
badass.
better. A warhorse is also like 4 times as much in price.
Yeah.
So,
That's how I spent all my money before that.
yes. Cool. So you guys have a spare horse that is not carrying anyone.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So
Which
if a
may-
horse
my-
gets tired, you
My
can.
thinking is that if yours starts getting tired, you swap onto that one.
Yeah. Okay. So, anything else? Or are you guys pushing forward? You're full hard gallop, aiming for that midnight arrival.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now, again, you are pushing the horses quite far.
Yep.
They do have to make their exhaustion checks. So,
He is looking at something.
Are you taking into account my aura of protection for the ones that are within?
oh yeah,
10
yeah,
feet of me.
yeah. Your horse rolled a 1. And
Nice.
your horse rolled like a 3, so they both failed that check anyway.
Nice. That's 3 gonna do shit on there.
Yeah.
Which horse? The summoned one? Or
Oh no,
That's the previous
the
night.
previous
night,
one.
yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah, it can still get tired because it does still have stats.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
That's fine.
Sorry.
So, right, your horse.
I'm just thinking bloody impressive for the roll.
Is it a check or a
That's
save?
fine. It's a. Oh, that's right. It's a check.
Oh, is it a
It's
check?
a Constitution. Whatever. Didn't matter for the number.
Yeah.
The number's the same. Everyone passed, everyone failed. So cool. Your horse is fine. Your horse. That's called.
The wolves have scared
Okay.
someone.
Your horse gains 1 level of exhaustion. Shade is fine. Icarus is 1 level of exhaustion. Darek's is fine. Throndraek's gains 2 levels of exhaustion.
So
So
moving on to the extra horse.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do weigh like 200 pounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
Parr's gains 1 level,
About right.
and Shamshir's gains 1 level.
That's not bad
So-
considering how hot.
Your horse is moving slower, so you can swap to the other horse. Everyone else's horse essentially is unaffected by that.
The other horse is like, oh.
Yeah.
Half a day of not actually carrying anyone.
Which that horse is fine. Cool. So
When was this in the journey, or was that just at the end of the journey?
Hmm?
What time was that
As a-
by?
as a-
Oh, is that just the entire journey?
that was the entire. Yeah, that was
Oh, okay,
that
that's
was the last bit of the journey where the horses are at their starting to reach their limit.
Okay.
So swapping to the fresh horse is fine. I mean, it's a bit tired, but it's not exhausted because it's not been carrying anyone.
Okay.
So
When we're about a mile or so, when we can see the city quite clearly as we're going up to it,
Mhm.
I am going to cast dancing lights around us
okay,
to make us more visible.
so you will see the city from quite some distance away.
When we're quite reasonably close, they
Yeah.
will need to know that we're coming.
Right. The gates are have got it's like continual flame, but it's a far more powerful enchantment.
Oh, okay.
They have a light radius emitting from the gates that from the front of the gate covers a semi-sphere that's 120 foot in diameter, radius rather. There's a big
Yeah.
ball of light out from the gates.
Oh, fair enough.
The castle, the actual walls, the outer walls have light coming out to 100 feet.
Oh, wow.
It is well lit up.
Okay, that's cool. Didn't know that.
Yes, so that people coming up to the gate are seen quite easily from some distance away.
Yeah. It sounds like it'd be easier to get in during the day.
Mhm.
If you're trying to sneak in, it's easier to sneak over the walls during the day than in the night.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely guarantee it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the light-
Sneaking
light-
in through- across the wall.
Weirdly, the light actually just emits from the wall itself. So the battlements are in shadow. It is really hard to see what's on the battlements because you are just looking through.
Ridiculous at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
bright. You are looking through an area of bright light into shadows.
Actually, I'd say quite a good defence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
The top of the ramparts.
Doesn't stop
Fair
people that can dash into shadows, though.
No, but it stops everyone else.
Well, no, but you can't do that from 120 feet.
Well, yeah, I know.
It's almost like it's designed with a purpose. So you make your way up to. You are coming in from the east. You're heading towards the eastern gate. You can see, sort of just about past the battlements, the sort of soft glow of lanterns and lit lampposts and stuff that scatter through the city. Obviously, the teardrop that hangs above the centre of the city emits a very, very slight glow, and the moon is still relatively bright at this point, being a whatever it's called, a satyr moon, full moon fading.
Did the council give us any way of contacting them quickly if we need them?
We go to the tower.
Yeah, you can go to the teardrop. Most of the council have got chambers within the teardrop itself.
Oh, okay.
Where the chambers are.
At the very least, they've got people that can just do message.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if we had the sending stone to them or anything.
You don't have a direct way of contacting them because that would defeat the purpose of you guys being a black ops thing.
Sending stone, they don't have to confirm who they are.
Yeah, but if it falls into the wrong hands, they can still
As
talk through it.
previously, you can use it for
You don't have to
divination
opt.
magic, which would defeat the whole object.
Yeah.
But it's
There are ways and means.
the council can be summoned easy enough if you travel, to the teardrop
Yeah.
and speak
Okay, cool,
to
that's fine.
some of the guards.
Yeah,
there.
it was gonna be. If it's gonna take them a while to get there, we might have tried to send someone even faster forward to try and.
I was kind of thinking of sending one of the gate guards on an errand to do it.
They're probably gonna be charging through the city quite quickly at night.
Well, yeah. So you make your way towards the gate with your dancing lights, which gives the guards vision long before you get there. But you arrive up at the gate. They sort of. The gates are closed, but as you're making your way in, they wait until you're about 60 foot or so away, and then they start raising them. You can't see who's raising them because they are hidden in shadow very well.
Raise the hands. Or
Yeah. So you make your way into the city. As you make your way through the gate, you do notice you've got like the main carriageway heading in and sort of side street, and there's a high elf who is standing in the corner of one of the side streets. He's just sort of, as you made your way in, he's just sort of watching you walk in. He's wearing light blue robes, carrying a staff with an orb at one end, very light brown hair, blue eyes, very slender build. Aegis, and I will have Icarus as well. You guys can make history checks.
Not your day today.
No, it's really not.
What'd you get, Aegis?
Try for history.
4.
4.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
That's fine. Fortunately, Aegis got a 17. Icarus, so not Aegis, yeah. And he looks over it and then says, "Oh, it's Immoral. It's one of the higher ups in Purple Helix."
Okay.
How's that spelled?
Immoral. Spell it however you want to spell it.
Immoral.
Okay.
Yeah. So Immoral sort of watches you for a couple of seconds, and then just sort of walks off around the corner.
We're not stopping, so it doesn't matter. We're just riding.
Cool.
We're going straight to the teardrop.
Awesome. Obviously, the streets are mostly clear. Are you continuing onwards on horses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're
Yeah.
going to walk.
We've got nowhere to leave the horse right now anyway. You
You hand it off to the guard, but there's no point, so we might as well walk on walking pace the same.
Just a random gate guard and we're giving him a horse.
Yeah, just riding through.
Yeah.
Just right through because
That's fine. Are you walking through or are you continuing at pace?
No,
No, we'll slow down to like a trot.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
like walk because
Yeah.
it's cobbles. The horses won't run on it.
not easily at least.
Not easily.
It
You could
won't.
get them
It won't do
Yeah.
them any good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're doing horses any
No,
good.
but we've already done enough
I was
bad.
gonna
is
say.
my point. We
Okay.
shouldn't put them through more torture.
Okay, so you make your way through the town. You will pass through a series of inner gates through inner walls. Jofriem is built strangely on the basis that it was people turned up and just started building out from where the first set of buildings were put, and it took some time before
City planning.
a city, any planning was put in. So it's a
So
very
it's like London.
Yes.
yeah. It's laid out very strangely, and depending on which side you come from, you may pass through one inner wall, or you may pass through 4.
Is this straight road you're following?
I think
Right where you started.
I think the eastern gate you pass through 3 walls. So, but it does take you through the first ward, as it were, the very first place that was built, which is the most higgledy-piggledy. The other ones have started to get there are roads as such, there are thoroughfares. The main area literally just has no reason or rhyme. It is just buildings sort of placed wherever they would go. So you don't go through that for a straight line, but you also don't have to worry about roads. It's very easy just to maneuver. There's no odd curving.
Okay.
And you get to the central courtyard, where once planning was put into place, this was a section that was put to purpose to be the centre of the city. It's a circular courtyard with a relatively large well in the middle. Some people the people closest do pull water and whatnot out of it, but for the most part, it's really a decorative thing. There are a series of 8 small arched buildings. They don't really have walls as such. It's just a roof sitting on top of 4 arches.
Pavilions?
Sort of. You know them to be the teleportation chambers that take you up to the teardrop.
Okay.
They are the ways in and out of the teardrop because it is a building that just floats and slowly rotates above the city.
Are the guards there?
There are guards. So yeah, at this point, only one of the blocks is being used because it is a lot less traffic.
And should we jump off the horses, say we'll be asked to go straight up to the council and call the council?
Yeah, we jump off and I say, look after these, and we go up there.
Yeah. So yeah, you all
No
step.
stress about it.
Yeah.
This is fair.
Which you make your way in. The guards sort of know who you are. You've been in and out a couple of times. They do still stop and do, they don't just let you walk straight in.
Yeah.
There's you're going through customs.
Yeah.
In a way.
Security checkpoint.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
It's just a the public can go up and to and from the teardrop during the day. There are viewing platforms that allow you to go up and sort of look out over the city. But they're not open at night, so it's a bit strange to go up at night.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you leave the horses just around the courtyard. There are some
Hitching posts.
there's some greenery. There are it's not just entirely stone. There are bits they wander over, and
Good
most
horse.
of them
decorative bush.
yeah. Most of them sort of just wander over the green and then just collapse to the ground. And I'm just like, nope, this is where I am now.
And sleep.
Yeah.
There's a horse in the yard.
You guys make your way through the teleportation hub.
Patch of horses.
Excuse me, one by one. Where you arrive, so you teleport up into a what's the word?
Arrival area?
Antechamber.
Antechamber. Antechamber. It's a large antechamber. It's at the middle floor of the teardrop. So it's not middle, like the middle of the actual bulb. So it is the biggest floor, where there are further teleportation rooms to take you to other sections of the teardrop. So it's customs to get to here, and then from here you can be controlled to where you need to go. There are more of the town guard, the fire talons. Fire talons?
Flame talons, I think.
Flame
you
talons.
called
I
them.
think flame talons is the right word. No, it is fire talons. I got
Is
it
it?
right.
Oh.
Yeah. Fire talons.
really
Who
bad
are
on
on watch here. But what you do know is those who are in watch inside the teardrop are the slightly more elite ones. They are the higher ups, as it were.
Okay.
So they notice, they stop, they look at you. They sort of take a few seconds to confer amongst themselves, and then one of them heads over to a teleportation chamber and disappears up. Not one not one that you guys have been through. And then the others come over towards you. It's just two left, and they indicate one of the chambers and go through there.
Yep.
You'll be in the waiting area. Cool. So you get teleported up into the council room waiting area. They seem to have just gone, oh, you're adventurers, you've turned up in the middle of the night, you've got to be here for a reason.
Probably.
And you can't do anything if you're just stuck up there, so it's good control at the same time. One of them does step through after you, but sort of just, it's just there to watch. Takes, you're in the room for about 20 minutes when the other guard, the first one that stepped off into their own thing, appears next to the guard with you and sort of nods and indicates the set of double doors that lead into the council chambers.
Okay.
And as you guys make your way to there, we will call this part there for the time being, and we'll pick up in part 2 momentarily. Stay tuned.